When I won the Pick the Winner Battle Royal, everyone was shocked. From management to the wrestlers, but mostly the fans. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And now I have the opportunity to take on the face of all pro wrestling. I have the opportunity to take down the hero, Dylan Drake.
You and I are going to get into the ring, we're going to step in that ring, and we're going to be face to face. And when it's all said and done, you're going to look up into the sky and you're going to see something eclipse in the lights, and you're going to know that it's me and the entire Bay Area and all of the weight of all pro wrestling coming down on you and the Carnival of Shadows.
Hello wrestling fans, and welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour. John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here to call all this great action. In our opening contest, Mikey Jay defends the real internet title against wrestling personified Rik Luxury.
Absolutely despicable. Mikey Jay parading around all pro wrestling pretending like he's a champion. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, the actual worldwide internet title is on the line in our main event. Out of control, Matt Carlos defends the title against Sheik Khan Abadi.
Matthew Carlos going up against Sheik Khan Abadi promises to be a high-flying spectacle here on APW.
Well, as you saw back on March 12th here on Gym Wars, Mikey Jay took on Rik Luxury, and it was for the real internet title. It was Mikey Jay making his professional wrestling debut, and he defeated wrestling personified Rik Luxury.
Yes, a number of weeks before this match, Mikey Jay stood up against Rik Luxury when he issued an open challenge to anybody in the building. Mikey Jay, still head of security, marched up those stairs into the ring, took the challenge against Rik Luxury, punched Marcus Mack in the face, something he didn't deserve, and he ate a championship for it.
Well, you know, when Mikey Jay first came to the ring, Rik Luxury thought that he was going to issue a challenge on behalf of Out of Control Matt Carlos, who you could hear Rik Luxury calling Mikey Jay by that name. We mentioned it when we were calling this match back on March 12th that Rik Luxury was not seeing Mikey Jay in that ring. He was seeing Matt Carlos, the man who he felt screwed him out of the internet title.
And screwed him he did. Matthew Carlos and both Sparky Ballard obviously in cahoots to make sure that Rik Luxury did not walk out of the building as the champion. If you remember, I remember clearly, he had Matt Carlos's shoulders pinned to the mat.
Well, in the end, they decided that when the second ref came into the ring, they decided that would not be the final decision because Sparky Ballard knew that some shenanigans had gone on, restarted the match, and Matt Carlos wound up winning retaining the All Pro Wrestling Worldwide Internet title.
And ever since then, Rik Luxury has been on a tirade. He has come up against everybody that APW has thrown at him and come out on top. And if it wasn't for Matthew Carlos getting involved in this match, illegally getting involved in this match, he would have come out on top again. And here you see Rik Luxury going for Matthew Carlos's Union Landing move.
Union Landing, the finishing maneuver that has helped Matt Carlos win so many matches, including the internet title. But then Matt Carlos came out on the stage wearing Rik Luxury's boas and distracted Rik Luxury, allowing Mikey Jay to get the win.
And you saw that unfair distraction, by Matthew Carlos, allowing Mikey Jay to get this false pride in himself for stealing a victory against the 10-year veteran, Rik Luxury.
Well, these two are going to go at it once again here to open Gym Wars. Rik Luxury is looking to get back the title that he and Marcus Mack brought in to All Pro Wrestling. And, of course, Mikey Jay is looking to continue to make a statement here in All Pro Wrestling. Let's hear from Rik Luxury.
Ricky, baby, this week, I'll tell you one thing. You need to take this flagpole for all the embarrassment that he's caused us, man. That all the embarrassment he's caused you, Rick. You need to take this boy and end his life and his career right here tonight.
Mac, I'm going to get the belt back. You don't have to worry about that.
what people need to worry about. Mikey Jay, you're gonna have to worry about drinking out of a straw for the rest of your life. You say it wasn't a fluke? You should have never been in the ring with me in the first place. You're lucky Matt Carlos stuck his nose in my business. But this time, we have a game plan. We won't have to worry about that one. Mikey Jay, what you're gonna have to worry about is my fist being able to be pulled out of your mouth when I give you the crumbler and put you out. See, Mikey Jay, this ain't fun and games anymore. This ain't a party. This is real life. And you're messing with a 10-and-a-half-year vet. I am wrestling personified, and you're gonna find out firsthand when I cripple you. Mac, let's tend to business. Hey, Commish, come on, man. I ain't got all day out here. We ain't got all day. Speed it up, huh?
Who's pounding on?
Right here, right here. Commissioner Perez, JJ Perez, here you are. Look, JJ, you know what's going on. Today, it's Rik Luxury and Mikey Jay, the rematch. I'm getting my belt back today. We need that belt back today.
Right here, fellas, right here.
Look, what I need from you is you saw what happened. Matt Carlos came out with my boas. Costed us the match. Costed Rik his championship belt. The real worldwide internet championship. So what I'm asking from you today... No. What we're telling you, what we're demanding is that you, as acting commissioner here in All Pro Wrestling, ban Matt Carlos from ringside. Or the blood's gonna be on your hands, Commish.
Well, I can see you guys are never at loss for words.
Exactly.
I can always, but I don't know about demanding. But I will tell you this. I did see the footage, and I did see Matt Carlos interfere and cost you the match. Right. So you know what? For once, Mac, you do have a brilliant idea.
That's right, Maggie. We got it.
Matt Carlos will be banned.
That's right. That's all we needed, Mac. You don't kill that woman.
I wouldn't celebrate too quick, folks. Mac, you're also banned.
Whoa! Hold on, man. What are you talking about? You can't do that. Don't shut that door. No. Come on. Look, they can't ban me from ringside. I got a valid manager's license. Ricky. I got this.
Basketball season has returned.
Wow, Matthew Thiel, a huge announcement, a shocking announcement made by the commissioner, JJ Perez. He agreed with Rik Luxury and Marcus Mack that Matt Carlos should be banned from ringside, but he also banned the no alternate pink mink Marcus Mack from ringside.
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know where this ruling comes from. Obviously, Matt Carlos should be banned from this match. He should have the championship stripped from him. But to ban Marcus Mack, I don't know where that ruling comes from.
Mikey Jay. Sorry, Matt Carlos.
Well, Matthew Thiel, I believe the concept of banning Marcus Mack from ringside comes from the fact that he seems to interject himself into every single match that Rik Luxury has in an APW ring.
Every single match? What a bold statement, John Roberts. I don't recall him interjecting himself in any match where it wasn't required.
Well, obviously, you didn't see the internet title match between Rik Luxury and Matt Carlos. But folks, we have to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Mikey Jay.
What's up, Jason?
Mikey, last time I talked to you, you're about to go make your debut. Now, it's a rematch with Rik Luxury. What's going through your mind?
A lot's going through my mind. See, this time around, I have a lot more to prove. Rik Luxury, he's been going around telling everyone that my victory was a fluke. I don't appreciate that very much because it was one of the most important nights of my life. He said that I got the assist from Matt Carlos. He's right. I got the assist from Matt Carlos. That may or may not be why I picked up the pin, but today, right now, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to Rik, I'm going to prove to Marcus Mack, and I'm going to prove to every single APW fan that I have what it takes to be here in All Pro Wrestling, and I will become a top contender. Because see this belt? I know I'm not the real champ. Matt Carlos is the internet champion. But I'm wearing this out to the ring to remind Rik that a rookie got him for the 1, 2, 3. And it's going to happen again.
Well, fans, there you have it. That match is going to take place right now. Mikey Jay takes on Wrestling Personified, Rik Luxury.
Look at that, Marcus Mack. You were about to say interjects himself into the match, and the match hasn't even started yet. Just assaulting Mikey Jay from behind with that briefcase.
A well-deserved assault. After JJ Perez, Commissioner JJ Perez has stacked the deck against Rik Luxury by not allowing his manager out there. Of course, they need to get this early advantage. Who knows what other surprises are going to come? How do we know that Matthew Carlos has not beat up Rik Luxury before this match?
Well, Rik Luxury looks fresh. It doesn't look like anyone hit him in the back with a briefcase. Oh, Mikey Jay is suffering now as a result of that shot to the back, and now is not going to be 100% once this match gets officially started.
Well, you know, Mikey Jay is an APW bootcamp graduate. If he was worth anything, maybe this disadvantage can go to prove that he's one of the greatest APW bootcamp graduates of all time. Did you ever think about that? Maybe he can make this work to his advantage.
Well, Mikey Jay has a tough mountain to climb right now as he takes on Rik Luxury, and he is definitely not at 100% after suffering that huge hit on the spine from Marcus Mack with that briefcase. Of course, Marcus Mack is banned from ringside. You saw referee Toby Reynolds. Oh, hold on, there's a cover 1, 2, and Mikey Jay is able to barely kick out at 2.5. You saw referee Toby Reynolds eject Marcus Mack from ringside, even though he shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
You know, if Mikey Jay wants to parade around APW with a fake championship strapped around his waist, he needs to be prepared for things that come to you as a champion. There's always a target on your back. I think this is completely within the realm of acceptability by Marcus Mack.
Well, evidently you didn't hear what Mikey Jay said. He admitted he is not the champ, but he felt great taking that belt away from Rik Luxury, and it made his night. It made his debut night here in All Pro Wrestling, and now he's suffering against Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury, who wants back the quote-unquote real internet title.
And I'm sure, in addition to the quote-unquote real Worldwide Internet Championship, Rik Luxury would love to have the real APW Worldwide Internet Championship strapped around his waist as well. He's a deserving champion.
Well, you know, that actual internet title is going to be on the line later on in our main event. Sheik Khan Abadi and Out of Control Matt Carlos will be going at it for that beautiful purple belt. But in the meantime, Mikey Jay is getting the stuffing kicked out of him here by Rik Luxury, but he's starting to fight back, some shots to the abdomen, but now Rik Luxury fires back with an elbow to the chin. And Mikey Jay now finds himself in a camel clutch from Wrestling Personified. Is he going to be able to get out of this and fight back? Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Mikey Jay is trying to fight back against Wrestling Personified here in our opening contest on Gym Wars. John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here in the broadcast booth. And Matthew Thiel, I've got to ask you, do you think that Mikey Jay is going to be able to fight back? Well, there's a cover 1, 2, only able to get the 2 that time.
Do I think Mikey Jay is going to be able to come out on top in this match?
Yes, that's my question.
Well, with Matthew Carlos banned from ringside, no, there's no chance in heck that he's going to be able to take this one home. But, you know, fancy pins like that, he might get attention.
Well, he had Rik Luxury right where he wanted him there for a moment, but Rik Luxury suckered him in and then threw him through the ropes to the outside. And now he's going to take it to him on the outside of the ring once again, like he did before this match even began.
Like I said earlier, if you want to parade around and pretend to be champion, then you have a target on your back, just like any real champion here in APW.
Well, there's a shot to the head by Rik Luxury, set Mikey Jay up on the chair in the front row of the War Zone. Folks, you're not going to be any closer to any wrestling event, any sporting event than you will here in the All Pro Wrestling Garage. There are no guardrails when you are sitting in the world famous garage. You are right there in front of the wrestlers. There's a cover 1, 2, only able to get 2 that time is Wrestling Personified.
Of course, Rik Luxury coming into this match with all of the anger, all of that emotion that he's been feeling over the last couple of weeks. People taunting him left and right in every airport, in every country he's been to over the last few weeks, telling him that he lost to the rookie Mikey Jay, that he's not as good as he once was. But that is 100% untrue, and Rik Luxury is here to prove a point today.
Well, Mikey Jay was just getting choked illegally by Rik Luxury along that top rope, and now he's just going after him with a vengeance. And, previously when these two met on March 12th, Rik Luxury kept calling Mikey Jay Matt Carlos. He was still fuming after losing to Matt Carlos, but Mikey Jay proved that he's here to fight and here to stay in All Pro Wrestling. But now Rik Luxury is calling out the name of Mikey Jay, and he wants vengeance, he wants blood, and that was a huge shot to the nose. Follows it up with a huge DDT, just planting Mikey Jay.
Folded Mikey Jay up like an accordion. Last thing you want to do is make Rik Luxury angry, and that's what Mikey Jay did on March 12th.
Well, there's a cover at only a 2 count this time for Rik Luxury. Almost got the 3 that time and almost got back the quote-unquote real internet title. And a slap to the face echoing throughout the building here in the garage. And now Rik Luxury,
Marcus Mack isn't anywhere out there. JJ Perez banned him from ringside.
I'm still thinking back to the beginning of the match before it even began when Marcus Mack attacked Mikey Jay with the briefcase. But Rik Luxury up to his usual tricks, using some of that signature offense, putting the boot up in the corner and throwing Mikey Jay's face into it. Mikey Jay's in a lot of trouble. Oh, and he was looking for the crumbler, but Mikey Jay able to hold on to the top rope. And now Mikey Jay's firing up. Big clothesline takes down Rik Luxury. Follows it up with a back elbow. Mikey Jay is on fire here. Fist to the face. And another one for good measure. He's going to go up to the second rope, and he's going to start to hammer away at Rik Luxury. There he goes. Looking to count 10 on the face of Rik Luxury.
Bad move. He was primed up there for a defensive strike by Rik Luxury, who wasn't able to take advantage.
Mikey Jay runs all the way to the other corner and sets him off with a monkey flip. Wrestling Personified getting slammed hard on the mat.
Mikey Jay, is he rolling him up trying to go for what? Is that unprettier he's going for?
Oh, and he gets his eyes raked by Rik Luxury. And there it is, the crumbler connects.
Amazing.
Rik Luxury hooks the leg.
Snap.
1, 2, and 3. And Rik Luxury regains the real internet title.
And the winner by pinfall in 5 minutes. The winner, and once again, the real worldwide internet champion, wrestling personified, Rik Luxury. Hey, Matt Carlos wasn't here to save you this time, punk.
Indeed. Well put, Rik Luxury. Matthew Carlos was not there to save Mikey Jay in this contest, and Rik Luxury has flexed his muscle again and has proven to all the naysayers out there that he deserves to be a champion here at APW.
Well, a sign of disrespect from Wrestling Personified, spitting snot rockets at Mikey Jay. That was
Snot
uncalled
rockets,
for.
that's very professional, John
That's
Roberts.
what it was. It was uncalled for, and that was unprofessional of Wrestling Personified, Rik Luxury. But in any event, you are looking at now a 2-time, quote-unquote, real internet champion. Don't go anywhere, folks. Our main event still to come. The actual internet title is on the line. Matt Carlos takes on Sheik Khan Abadi. We'll be right back to Gym Wars.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Hello, wrestling fans. John Roberts here in the APW Newsroom with another edition of the APW News Break. Last week, we saw Will Rude quit the employment of the boss, Derek Sanders. Let's take a look at what ensued, and afterwards, we will hear words from the boss.
Tell these people, you cost me the title. You lost the title for the boss. Tell them.
I didn't cost you the championship. You're the one that told me to grab the chair and get up on the apron. It's your fault you couldn't ram Dylan Drake's head into the chair.
William, do you forget? Do you forget what I did for you, William? When you lost your job? When you lost your job and your lady was gonna leave you and you had nowhere to stay? You had nowhere to live? Do you forget who gave you that red check? Who gave you a job? Who put food on your table? Clothes on your... Where do you think you got this sweater? Where do you think you got these shoes, huh? I'm the boss. Without me, you're nothing.
What? I'd rather be broke and living in the street and still have my pride than to help you win any more matches. That's what I would do. So I'm gonna do something I should have done a long time ago. I quit.
You can't quit, Will.
Will Rude quitting the employment of the boss, but the boss grabbed the microphone from Jason Anderson's hand, and Derek Sanders just decked his now former employee, Will Rude.
He deserves it. Will Rude absolutely deserves this beating that he's getting right now. How dare you stand up to the boss, quote unquote? How dare you tell him you quit? You don't quit the employment of the boss, and Will Rude's getting what he needs.
Will Rude fighting back, floats over the top.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm watching right now, John Roberts. How dare Will Rude do that? How dare Will Rude quit?
After the boss attacked him, but now the boss attacking him from behind as Will Rude was trying to leave.
There you go, boss. That's right. Lay it into him. Lay it into him. Beat some respect into that rookie.
Well, Will Rude just getting assaulted by the boss. And now he's going to try to lock in the Los Gatos leg lock.
That's right.
Oh, come on.
Tap, Will. Tap. Show everyone that you cannot stand toe-to-toe with the boss.
Come on, there's no sanction match going on right now. Big Country, Jody Christopherson in to make the save and chase off Derek Sanders, but the damage has been done.
William Rude. William. What happened, man? What happened to us, huh? You were my boy. You were my man. You were my employee. I'm still the boss, but you were the boss's boy. You had the best paycheck. You had the best thing going that you could ever have in this life. I paid for your house. I paid for your car. I paid for your laundry, your groceries, those nice clothes on your back. I gave you everything you ever wanted, everything you could ever dream for, William. Now look at you. Look what you did, you ungrateful little piece of nothing. You don't have the money to provide for yourself. You don't have the money to provide for your girlfriend. You don't have the money to provide for your family, your cats, your dogs, your parakeets. You don't have the money at all, William. You have nothing because you turned your back on the boss. And you know what happens when you turn your back on the boss? Nothing good happens, Will. Nothing good at all, because in 2 weeks, I'm going to meet you right here in the middle of this ring. Right here, William, is where you're going to get the worst beat down of your life. Where you are going to get beat and bruised so badly, you'll have no other choice, no other option but to crawl back to me, but to cry back to me. Say, boss, please take me back. Boss, please put me under your wing. I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't provide for myself. Well, guess what, William? I'll never take you back. You can never come back here, all right? This is what is reality. This is what the boss says, and we all know what the boss says goes. What the boss says matters, and we all know that I am the boss.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. The challenge has been issued by the boss, Derek Sanders. For 2 weeks from today, he wants Will Rude in an APW ring. We will hear from Rude next week here on Gym Wars. But in other news, Mr. Wrestling number 4 and Venice DeMarco have been spearheading the war against the Carnival of Shadows. A challenge was issued by the Carnival of Shadows to a carnival game. We received word that number 4 and DeMarco, Team APW, have accepted the challenge. They also have gone out and found 2 more members to join them in this carnival game. Let's hear from DeMarco and Mr. Wrestling number 4.
You know, Mr. Wrestling 4, I'm excited. You see, the Carnival of Shadows, they've challenged us to the carnival game. This is a really big match. I've never been in a match of this magnitude. I'm looking forward to it. And you know what, Carnival? We accept. Blackwell, this is one more opportunity for me to get my hands on you. And not only that, Mr. Wrestling 4, I've recruited someone special. You see, I've got former APW Internet Champion Dave Dutra on our side. Team APW has never been stronger. Carnival of Shadows, Blackwell, you guys better bring it. Because Team APW, we're bringing it all the way, baby.
That's right, kid. You know something? The carnival game. The key word is game, kids. Mr. Wrestling and Venice and Team APW don't go to that ring to play no game. We play for keeps. And Chorus, Jekyll's, you know I'm gonna keep on going until I get my hands on you, until you get your hands on Blackwell. And you know who else is on board? Another masked man that I love. Chicano Flame is Team APW. Team APW is gonna be there next week. And Carnival of Shadows, like I said before, the lights will be turned off on you. And at the end, our hands will be raised, playing your game. Bring it, kids!
Hey! Well, it looks like Dave Dutra and Chicano Flame have been added to Team APW in the fight against the Carnival of Shadows. These 2 teams will meet in a carnival game here on Gym Wars at a later date. But folks, it's time for our main event here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. It is a heated battle that is going to be exciting. An action-packed main event for the worldwide internet title. Matt Carlos, out of control, Matt Carlos, the champion, defends his title against Sheik Khan Abadi. Now, a few weeks ago, it was Sheik Khan Abadi who issued the challenge to out of control Matt Carlos, and Matt Carlos has decided to accept that challenge. So sit back and relax, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here to Gym Wars for our main event, out of control Matt Carlos against Sheik Khan Abadi for the Worldwide Internet Championship. For the APW Newsbreak, I'm John Roberts, and I'll see you in a little bit.
top young talents in Northern California.
This really wasn't about all pro wrestling tonight. This is about professional wrestling in Northern California. Everyone in this tournament are winners. It's about coming up. It's about paying your dues, working hard. And they did that for you fans tonight.
Well, Matthew Thiel, it's time for our main event here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Sheik Khan Abadi is going to take on Out of Control Matt Carlos for the Worldwide Internet Championship.
Sheik Khan Abadi coming off of that tough war against the Russian Wolf Alexis Darevko and immediately challenged Matthew Carlos for the Worldwide Internet Championship, something that the APW Championship Committee seemed to have jumped on, other than defeating Alexis Darevko one time? 2 times at the most? What has Sheik Khan Abadi done to deserve this championship match?
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi, he issued a challenge, and he was fired up after defeating Alexis Darevko. And the championship committee decided they wanted to see this match. I'm sure they felt that this would be a match that the All Pro Wrestling fans would want to see, and wrestling fans around the globe would want to see. Sheik Khan Abadi, of course, is from Oakland, Iran, and you know that all the fans in Iran would definitely want to see Sheik Khan Abadi go for the Worldwide Internet title.
Don't you think there's a number of people in line for the Worldwide Internet Championship that might have taken a back seat, perhaps, to Sheik Khan Abadi? How do you think those people are feeling?
You know, I can't speak for those people, and I'm not sure who would have been next in line, but it's going to be Sheik Khan Abadi taking on Out of Control Matt Carlos in any event. You know, you do bring up a good point, but at this point, it's moot because this main event is going to happen right now as Sheik Khan Abadi is set to go up against Out of Control Matt Carlos, and you see him, he's motioning, he's climbing the ladder here in All Pro Wrestling. Well, here we go. Here is the entrance of Out of Control Matt Carlos, the reigning and defending Worldwide Internet Champion. We saw one quote-unquote Internet title change hands earlier tonight. Matthew Thiel, do you think that the actual Internet title will change hands here in our main event?
It's entirely possible. I mean, Matthew Carlos might be the officially recognized APW Worldwide Internet Champion, but with a yellow streak running down his back that is so long, that mile-wide yellow streak, cowardly assisting Mikey Jay in defeating Rik Luxury on March 12th, and of course coming here, accepting the challenge of Sheik Khan Abadi instead of defending the championship against a man who deserves it, like Rik Luxury. I think it's entirely possible that he may lose the championship here today on Gym Wars.
Well, Out of Control Matt Carlos is definitely out of control, and the Gym Wars crowd is fired up for this huge main event. Once again, we've got a capacity crowd here at the world-famous All Pro Wrestling Garage in Hayward, California. It's main event time here on Saturday morning's most exciting hour. So let's go down to Donovan Troy for the introduction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. This match has a 20-minute time limit. The referee for this contest, Toby Reynolds. Introducing first, the challenger from Oakland, Iran, weighing 190 pounds, Sheik Khan Abadi. And his opponent from Union City, California, weighing 173 pounds, is the current and defending APW Worldwide Internet Champion, Out of Control, Matt Carlos.
All right, wrestling fans, don't turn that dial. Your main event comes your way next here on Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Boot Camp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Well, Matthew Thiel, are you excited for our main event here on Gym Wars?
Absolutely. I am incredibly excited for this match. I'm excited to watch Matthew Carlos fight and stretch and claw as best he can to retain the championship that he doesn't deserve. And I'm excited to see Sheik Khan Abadi, all 75 pounds of him, scratch, claw just as hard as Matthew Carlos is to win a championship that he shouldn't be challenging for anyway.
Well, a sign of respect from both men, two fan favorites here in All Pro Wrestling, and you saw the tape on the toe of Sheik Khan Abadi with Matt Carlos' name on it, of course saying out of control, and he's ready to stick that boot into the gut of Matt Carlos, and Matt Carlos, of course, is going to be looking to hit the mat liner, or of course the Union landing on Sheik Khan Abadi. And early on, we're going to see some chain wrestling for both these men. Both men, of course, expert technicians in the All Pro Wrestling ring. Matt Carlos, a graduate of the world famous All Pro Wrestling boot camp here in Hayward. And so far, it looks like Matt Carlos is gaining the upper hand early on in this contest.
Right now, these two men are grounded, but if there's one thing that I guarantee, it's not going to be long before these two take it to the skies. Sheik Khan Abadi, a well-respected and well-recognized high flyer.
Well, there's a quick cover. 1, 2 with the backslide. Matt Carlos, you were saying.
And of course, Matthew Carlos, too, also one of the most recognized high flyers in APW.
Well, there's a side headlock applied on the ground by Sheik Khan Abadi. Matt Carlos trying to get to the bottom rope to break the hold. And now he's going to roll over for a cover. There's 1, 2. Only able to get 2 that time. Matt Carlos being brought back to his feet by Sheik Khan Abadi. But there's a shot to the solar plexus by Matt Carlos. Sends Sheik Khan Abadi into the rope, but gets taken down with a shoulder block. And now tries to trip up Sheik Khan Abadi. Sheik Khan Abadi saw it coming. Abadi flying through, both men showing their agility early on in this contest. Abadi looking for the Okano roll. Matt Carlos grabs the rope. Takes his legs out. 1. Only able to get 1 count that time. Matt Carlos does the same thing. There's a lateral press. Only able to get 2. And both men at a standoff.
A standoff here. Who's going to come out on top in this championship match? John Roberts.
We will see, folks. Don't go anywhere. Our main event continues as we roll on here on Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here in the broadcast booth.
Greatest mind in professional wrestling. It's been a while since you've called me that, John.
I'm sorry, I've just been looking forward to calling all this great action. I apologize for not calling you by your name. And there's a cover. 1 only that time for Matt Carlos.
Now, these two wrestlers here in the ring have been pretty much toe-to-toe this entire match. Well,
there's a cover once again. And another cover. 1, 2. Only able to get 2, you were saying.
And you can see exactly as I was saying. No wrestlers has been able to catch a break here. No one's been able to take advantage of a mistake. Everyone has been toe-to-toe in this match so far. It's actually caught me by surprise. A little pleasant surprise, if I may say.
Well, a lot of great athleticism and agility on display in this contest. And you heard the applause from the fans. And you can hear them now. They are silent, just watching every inch of these 2 great athletes and watching how they maneuver in this ring. Of course, 2 fan favorites going at it here in All Pro Wrestling, Sheik Khan Abadi and Matt Carlos. Both men wanting to walk out the champion. Right now, Matt Carlos holds that belt.
Yes, both of these men are well respected by APW fans and wrestling fans all across California. Sheik Khan Abadi, one of the most recognized and distinguished wrestlers in All Pro Wrestling and, of course, in all of professional wrestling here in California. And, of course, Matthew Carlos being an APW bootcamp graduate.
Well, there's a cover. Matt Carlos now with the submission applied. You were saying?
As an APW bootcamp graduate, there's a certain amount of respect that goes with that as well.
Matt Carlos with the single leg Boston Crab following that pin attempt. But Sheik Khan Abadi crawls to the bottom rope and gets the rope break. Matt Carlos, of course, breaking it right away.
If I have to say one good thing about Matthew Carlos, it's his creativity. You saw a moment ago, he was able to turn a pinfall into a single-leg Boston Crab. You don't see creativity like that out of many wrestlers nowadays.
Well, a rear headlock by Matt Carlos, but he pays the price for it. A chin breaker. A nice counter from Sheik Khan Abadi. Might have knocked the tooth loose from Matt Carlos with that maneuver. And Sheik Khan Abadi going right back on the offensive with a chop to the chest. Puts Matt Carlos in the ropes. And now shoots him across the ring. Leapfrogs over him. Carlos comes back, and a leapfrog once again by Sheik Khan Abadi. Does the split. Spins around with a big heel kick to the face. Sends Matt Carlos all the way to the outside.
Sheik Khan Abadi escalating this match into punches, kicks, and strikes.
And a sliding drop kick puts Matt Carlos on the ground in the war zone.
It's almost as if Sheik Khan Abadi has said no more of this grappling. This is turning into a fight. He wants that championship, and he's going to do what he can to get the advantage of the match.
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi going to the top rope. He looks like he's going to fly here in the front row of the garage, and he takes him down.
There is Sheik Khan Abadi's high-flying skills, high-risk maneuvers. They're called high-risk because you never know what's going to happen. You could injure yourself just as bad as you would injure your opponent, but Sheik Khan Abadi able to get back to his feet before Matthew Carlos. He just has to be mindful of that count. Can't win a championship on a countout.
Well, high-risk, high-impact maneuver from Sheik Khan Abadi takes down Matt Carlos and looks like he's going to keep the upper hand. Planches in with the senton across the nose of Matt Carlos. And now covers him. 1, 2. Could he get the 3? Only able to get 2 that time.
How much did that senton plancha do to Matthew Carlos's face? He's still holding on to it.
He could have a broken nose, and of course, if he's got a broken nose, that could spell disaster for Matt Carlos. Kicks him in the chest, and now comes around for the Natliner, takes down Sheik Khan Abadi. He has to crawl towards the cover.
If he can get this cover, he may be able to take this one home.
Pulls him away from the ropes to avoid a rope break. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. Only able to get 2 that time. Might have wasted too much time, Matthew.
You got to wonder if he didn't try to pull Sheik Khan Abadi away from the ropes, he might have been able to sneak one in.
Well, now setting him up for a vertical suplex. Snaps it off and connecting with it. Floats over to the cover. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. Almost gets 3 that time. Matt Carlos was that close to retaining the APW Worldwide Internet Championship.
Now, as bad as Matthew Carlos wants to retain this championship, Sheik Khan Abadi wants to win it. He needs to keep that in mind.
Well, a neck breaker from Matt Carlos. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. Rolled him all the way up onto the upper part of his neck and almost overextended him to where he wouldn't be able to get the pin. Was able to get it, but only a 2 count that time for the champion. And now a kick to the gut from Matt Carlos. Did you hear the impact on that one, Theo?
I absolutely did. Everybody in the APW garage can hear the impact from those kicks. Now, of all of the challengers that Matthew Carlos has faced in recent months as champion, Rik Luxury and Double D, Dave Dutra, and now Sheik Khan Abadi, he has proven that he is a fighting champion, showing that creativity each and every time he walks into the ring. But how much can he take as champion?
Well, there's a cover, hook to the outside leg, only able to get 2 that time. Sheik Khan Abadi kicking out, and unique offense once again from Matt Carlos.
Will Sheik Khan Abadi be too much for Matthew Carlos? That's the question.
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi has to be the person with the most... Oh, there's an Enziguri from Matt Carlos. I was about to say with the style of offense that is most similar to Matt Carlos. Both men high flyers, both men cruiserweights here in All Pro Wrestling. There's a cover, hooks the leg, only able to get 2 that time, is the champion. Matthew, you bring up a good point. Is Sheik Khan Abadi going to be able to be the one to take the internet title away? As we see a Northern Light suplex. 1, 2. Only 2 that time for the challenger.
Now, we don't see a lot of high-flying cruiserweights in All Pro Wrestling, so Matthew Carlos really doesn't have too much experience leading into this match. I would say the closest one that he's
there's
had.
a lateral press. 1, 2. Sorry for the interruption, but a close call that time for the challenger.
I would say the closest to Sheik Khan Abadi that Matthew Carlos has gone up against in recent months has been Double D, Dave Dutra. But even then, he's got more mass, more bulk. He's grounded. He's technical. He's more of a wrestler than I would say Sheik Khan Abadi is.
Sheik Khan Abadi, of course, not afraid to leave his feet, not afraid to use some of the martial arts techniques that he knows, and a lot of those kicks. And scissors away with the knee drop on the face of Matt Carlos. There's a cover, hook and leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, and just targeting that face ever since that plancha senton across the nose of Matt Carlos.
Matthew Carlos getting a quick chop from the ground, making sure that Sheik Khan Abadi knows that he's still alive and still in this one.
Well, both men trading chops on the ground right now. Matt Carlos, that one had to sting quite a bit, the overhand chop. And there's a knife edge chop from Sheik Khan Abadi. Overhand chop from Carlos. Overhand from Sheik Khan Abadi. A kick to the gut from his knees.
I don't know how I feel about that. That seems a little uncalled for. You're trading chops and you turn it into a kick. Come on, Matthew Carlos, have a little more respect for your opponent.
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi in trouble in that corner. Carlos brings him to the center of the ropes with a shot to the chin. Tries to trip him up after throwing him into the ropes. And now look for a big back elbow. And that gets countered. Full Nelson suplex from Sheik Khan Abadi. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, almost 3 that time by the challenger. Almost walked away with the internet title.
A definitive kick out by the champion. He wanted to make sure that referee Tommy Reynolds knew that Matthew Carlos kicked out of that, rolled over all the way to his stomach. Smart strategy.
There's a shot to the chest by Sheik Khan Abadi. Follows it up with a second knife edge chop. Now an overhand one, just tearing away at the pectoral region of Matt Carlos. Gets countered that time by the champion, who gets sent over the top rope to the apron. And a shot to the gut by Matt Carlos. And a back body drop to the outside sends Sheik Khan Abadi high overhead to the front row of the war zone.
I don't think that I had ever seen that in the APW garage. A back body drop over the top rope. Matthew Carlos coming through the ropes, dive out onto Sheik.
A suicide dive by the champion. Who's going to walk away the internet champion after this one?
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having all pro wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
And we're back to our main event here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Matt Carlos has been on fire during the entire commercial break. There's a cover. 1, 2, almost got the 3 count that time. John Roberts alongside Matthew Thiel here to call this great main event for the Worldwide Internet title.
As I promised in the beginning of this match, it's turned into a high-flying masterpiece as both of these men have been fighting, scraping, clawing their way, trying to become the APW Worldwide Internet Champion and reign supreme.
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi hits off a quick power bomb. There's a cover. 1, 2, almost 3 that time. He thought he had the internet title won.
You could see the frustration in Sheik's face. What is it going to take for him to dethrone Matthew Carlos as the champion?
Well, Sheik Khan Abadi saying that's it, it's over. He's looking to hit a huge move and go on to win the internet title. A kick to the gut, setting him up. Looking to put him away, but gets countered by Matt Carlos. Carlos looking for the Union landing. Could this be it? No, gets countered by Sheik Khan Abadi. Just going counter for counter. And there's a roll-up. 1, 2, 3. And Matt Carlos retains the Worldwide Internet Championship.
And the winner in 12 minutes and 59 seconds. And still, APW Worldwide Internet Champion, out of control, Matt Carlos.
Maybe Sheik Khan Abadi deserves this championship match after all. That is a strong match of the year candidate in my opinion.
That was one heck of a back and forth contest for the Worldwide Internet title. And, one thought's going through my head already, possibly a rematch between those two. But folks, next week on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars, we talked about it earlier in the news break, but folks, it's going to happen next week. It's going to be the Carnival game, and leading into it, Dave Dutra, Double D, is going to take on Omega to determine who will get the man advantage going into this huge main event.
Absolutely. The main event, of course, being the Carnival game, as the Carnival of Shadows, Corvus, Jekylls, Blackwell, and Omega take on Team APW, Venice DeMarco, Mr. Wrestling number 4, Chicano Flame, and of course,
Double D, Dave Dutra. I am excited to see that match. But folks, that's all the time we have for this week. Until next week, I'm John Roberts for Matthew Thiel and everyone here at All Pro Wrestling. We'll see you next week for Gym Wars.